Unit 731, Vault 23's Records 002. Classification Mutagen. Status closed at the end of World War II. Japanese lab found in China. Not truly a Vault 23 record, as much as a reference to a location out of the USA that led to the current Radzone situation. More specifically, the Atomic Flash. Info about the organization is available through standard library research. In the war crimes trials, it was decided that the intention of the chemical attack by the Japanese was to kill people working at the Hanford site, out of fear of the atomic bomb. The resulting explosion was not in the plan, so they accepted the personal lives lost at the plant as their fault, as an act of war, while the resulting property damage was not their fault. Later discoveries after the war crimes trials would come to the facts that the infection was once their intent. While leaving the plant intact, they had failed in their test to try to reanimate amputated body parts of Chinese prisoners of war. An accidental exposure of the test subjects and their immediate and violent death by what seemed to be some sort of flesh degenerative virus. Afraid of further exposure, they had disposed of the bodies in a massive bonfire, as well as all things exposed. This is probably why they never saw the signs of the later stages of the infection. The sudden and violent death of the subjects convinced them it was the perfect weapon to save their nation. Later, unreliable discovered papers connected to the original exposure and its disposal to a large number of illnesses and deaths at the prison side of the Unit 731 labs. They reported the exposure to a smoke from a large bonfire entered the courtyard and all within suddenly dropped to the ground. They had all entered a state of coma. It is unknown currently what happened to these coma patients. Chances are they were executed to save the Japanese military from having to pay for their care. For further info, look up Unit 731 in your standard National Library.